So I've just finished this, Airfix's Red Arrow starter kit. Now, I'm new to modeling, so I actually used all the included paint and poly cement for this. So for someone actually just getting started, these starter or gift kits are a great way to actually get going without needing to shell out tons on paints that you might not even need, and also potentially before realizing that you actually like the hobby or not. So let's take a bit of a look at this starter set. First of all, it came with the model itself, the decals, a paintbrush, 4 little pots of paint, red, white, black, and grey, and a tube of poly cement. And actually, how did it go? Well, this was my first model, so there is definitely user error here, but this is who these starter kits are made for. Now, I found the instructions fairly easy to follow for the most part. I did spend a while trying to get a solid coat on the inside of the cabin and the seats, which was a mistake, but that's completely fine. To be honest, it's probably good having a bit of practice on something that wasn't going to be seen. I used a cutter to separate the mold from all the frames, and I stole one of my fiance's old nail files to smoothen them out, and like the instructions said, dry fitted all the parts before attaching them using the poly cement and put it all together, and I didn't really have any issues. Where I did have issues was in the painting. Now, I've been trying to learn as I go with this, but one thing that I didn't realize until it was a bit too late was in the painting. I got right into getting a big blob of paint on my brush and kind of going to town on this poor plane, and didn't realize that I should have thinned it, because when you're painting the whole model red, then you quite quickly run out of the red paint, and also because these thick coats meant that there is very little detail there, and also that all of my brush marks are very visible. So I should have thinned the paint and done more coats but thinner, but here we are, so just don't look too closely. For the decals, I found this was by far the most satisfying part. I dipped the sheet into some water, wet the area on the model, and just slid them around using a wet paintbrush to maneuver them. This was great at first, but became a bit of a battle when I didn't realize where I was holding the model, and so as I would put one decal on, I'd end up taking another off with my finger. So be careful about where you're holding the model. And also make sure to keep an eye on the little decal numbers, because these are also done in the same kind of way, and so there were a few times that I would just see like a little 8 or a little 1 just on a random part of the model where it's kind of slid and found its own place. So just be careful of that as well. But all in all, I think this is a great starter kit. You'll definitely need to thin the red paint, but it didn't have all little fine details that I would have really struggled with. So that was good for me. Have you got this kit? Let me know what you thought in the comments below. But all in all, I found it an enjoyable experience. And speaking of an enjoyable experience, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a like and consider subscribing for more videos like this. It's free, and you can always unsubscribe later if you decide that you don't like me anymore. Although I might be a little bit offended. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.